everyone in the world. Okay, here's one thing that you gotta know about the eye. When we read in Matthew 6:22, the eye is the light of your body, and you either get promoted, you become strong, or degraded by your eye, by what you perceive, by what is in your mind. The eyes perceive, they take to your brain, and then it's about knowing what you perceive. Is it good or is it bad? Jesus at times says, if your eye offends you, pluck it out and throw it away instead of losing your whole body. Okay, initially, technically, it's not about plucking eyes out, but it involves a physical effort, physical power, hating sin, having the grief on sin when you are doing anything possible so that you can overcome sin. You see, whenever you let sin have a hold on you, and then you always be the one on the offensive side, you're always on defensive, and then you're not attacking back, then you remain a bond. But once you put your effort, and then you fight, leaving social media, if it's about leaving social media, leave it for 30 days. Because you can be on social media, anything that comes, the videos, notifications, porn, and then it's perceived by your eye, and then you get entangled to sin just by what you perceive, because it is that has come to your eye. When we read in Job 31:1, Job says, I made a covenant with my eye, not to look upon a maid lustfully. Job decides. We know Job is a kind of righteous man, upright man before God. He talks about, you make the first look, don't go for the second look. Hallelujah. You make the first look. Why for the second look? But rather, keep your eye. Make a covenant with your eye. Stay away from sin. You can unleash a lot of demons by what you perceive. You can be like, yeah, it's kind of movie. It has no effect on me. But hey, do you know that there are many videos that are always concentrated on what you perceive? Homosexuality movies. We are seeing many series that are moving out. They always put that act, and then you be like, you first skip, but with time it comes normal to you. And then that's how homosexuality is promoted, by what children perceive, by what they take in, by what the generation takes in, and then they defile their bodies. Okay, when I want to give you a story of some of the guys that were put down by the eye. When we talk about Samson, in the book of Judges, the Bible talks that there was no king to rule over Israel, and everyone did according to their eyes. Manoah and his wife say, Samson, marry one of the Israelites. Samson persists and says, no, get me that girl, because she looks pleasing to my eyes. And then you know the story. Samson lived life like that. His eyes were plucked out. And then after the eyes, God allowed the eyes to be plucked out. Samson perceives without the eyes, and then he comes back on stage. When we look at David, he perceived Delilah by the eyes. Then you know the story. We saw David, a righteous man with the heart of God, because of his eyes. He does fault. He kills the husband of a wife just to have that wife. So that is with the eye. Hallelujah.